Immigration day 3. This is after we have the debriefing on 30 days about the patrolling of the U.S. border. And for the most part, you are going to receive one of 3 readings. Hispanics, that's what they call us. Puerto Ricans, into areas other than New York. And here we have some statistics looking at some of that particular information. Puerto Rican white, Puerto Rican black. That's what these labels mean. Puerto Rican white, Puerto Rican black, all other Hispanic white, all other Hispanic black, which is interesting because we have Puerto Ricans. I don't necessarily know that that's a race. So they're now using white and black as the racial description. Here, again, kind of feeds the argument, supports the argument about the complexities of using race. So when we look at the terms here, let's see what Hispanic comes up as. What is the difference? Let's see. So there we go. There's an argument to be made that Hispanic is a census definition term, Hispanic, whereas Latino is a reference to Latin America. I don't know what that does for the people from Spain. How do they fall into either of these two? It probably do not. However, the one thing we have to take note of here is regardless if we want to use Hispanic or Latino or somebody from Spain who would probably say that, or maybe somebody Cuban, Latinos suffer from what is known as the Browning tendency. And the Browning tendency is simply looking at the argument that the color of your skin determines how society will treat you. So let's just say you are very fair skinned and you could pass for being white, then society is going to classify you as white. If you are dark skinned, they may classify you as black. And if you're in between, I don't necessarily know what that says for you. Why is that important? It's important because that is the reason why the labels are the way they are here. For the most part, I'm not really too concerned about the those particular racial criteria. Again, throughout this whole section, I've just been trying to point out some of the complexities here, like this one here. At some point, I did go to public school in Arizona. As a Puerto Rican, Mr. Q ceased being a Puerto Rican. I, in that environment, became Mexican. Why? Because there seemed to be more Mexicans in Arizona than Puerto Ricans. And then when I moved back to New Jersey, I immediately became a Puerto Rican. I could have spent my time trying to explain the difference that I am a Puerto Rican, but why bother? So we'll be looking at some of these particular questions, and that's pretty much it. But for the most part, we are going to be looking at these readings in class to try to figure out the complexities with the labels with regard to these particular groups. That's it.